Hello there, and welcome to the latest episode of Articulate Thoughts, which is a personal blog of mine where I share some thoughts, ideas, experiences, and observations about conscious dance, which is a movement practice that uses dance as a form of moving meditation. And today's episode comes one day late, so I apologize for anyone who has any negative feelings about this. And if there's anything I could do to make it right, please reach out and let me know. All right, so with that being said, today's episode's topic is spaces and places. And this I want to talk about dancing in different places, different people, and just my different experiences with how things can change um, based on those things. And I've had a lot of different experiences with dancing in different places. I've been on stages in front of like hundreds of people. I've been alone in my room. I've been with some friends in the forest. I've been in festivals and big open fields. I've been in churches. I've been in dance studios that were made out of that were previously temples. Been in dance studios that are indoors with big glass windows, just all sorts of different places, and they all offer a different energy and experience and vibration. And it's one of the key components that kind of cultivate the overall experience, I feel. And I think a lot of people go to like one particular spot and sometimes get attached to being in one place and just being very comfortable. And I think maybe more so that's a thing of the group or the teacher or the particular type of practice or like the discipline. But I would like to challenge you or offer, just having a different experience and going to different places, and just take the dance wherever it calls, or just maybe take the dance to a place where you know for sure that it's going to be uncomfortable, and I think that will provide opportunities for new perspectives and growth and meeting new people. Um, I think particularly for me, there was a really big thing about not going to nightclubs or bars for a while. Um, I think when I first started getting into conscious dance and really making it a regular practice, I convinced myself that going to a bar or a nightclub was definitely not the place that I wanted to go dance. And I was attacked to that idea for a pretty long time and stayed away from it. And one night, a friend invited me to go out to go check out a DJ who's they were friends with, and I just decided to go, just say at least just check it out. And I really had I surprised myself and had a really good time. And what I noticed that night was it doesn't really it's a lot like watching a movie, like going to a different place to dance is a lot like watching a movie, where watching a movie is having it's a very personal experience for me. Like it's just me, the movie, my interaction, and that's kind of like what's around me doesn't really matter so much because it's just me and the movie. And dance is very much the same way. It's a very personal and internalized experience. And I know in the beginning it kind of counteracts what I said about not really matter being in different places. But what I'm trying to get at is like is overall the overall variables is just gonna be different. So going to a different place you'll meet different people, listen to different music, and perhaps have a different quality floor, or just maybe a person is very used to being having a lot of space and being very open and having the ability to spread out their arms and to jump around and do whatever they want. But maybe if they go into a concert that's really packed and then packed in like sardines, then they have to kind of discover what it's like to express through movement while having a limited amount of range available to them. Um, so I hope that's like I'm not really like making it too confusing by these counteracting concepts. Um, but yeah, there's also a huge thing with um, the the ebb and flow of having a very internal experience and how also having external experience and interacting with other people. And I think kind of tuning into to both elements is very important too, because I that could really maximize how much an individual will get out of a dance. And it's also a metaphor for life as well. And if we're being very internal and aware of what's going on in the inside, we could kind of get those lessons and those pieces of advice and that wisdom from the inside of us, and perhaps offer that on the outside. And I find that is also true for the dance as well. When I'm early on in the dance, I tend to be much more internalized and just try to get into my dance and get my groove and just get into my own flow. But once I get to a certain point, I like being external, and I like, you know, dancing with other people and making eye contact and just, just sharing the feelings that I have inside and just creating a binding element towards the music and myself and the people around me. And again, this is also a metaphor for life. It's just, you know, finding my own groove and finding myself in a very solid place, and then being able to internalize that and recognize what's precious inside of that, and bring that to the outside world and bring that to my family and my friends and, strangers and coworkers and whatnot. So yeah, that is my topic or my discussion on time and place. And I hope it inspires you to get out there and go try out dancing in different places, whether it's alone by the river in nature, or maybe at a nightclub that you've never been before, with a pal or a buddy, or checking out a conscious dance class with a teacher that you've never danced with before. So, go out there, try it out, and learn something new. And inshallah, I'll meet you on the dance floor.